Hey there. Let's dive into the latest buzz from the financial world, shall we? Welcome to Whiteboard Invest, your #1 go-to source for clear and concise investing knowledge explanation and news updating daily. Hey there. Let's chat about the financial market's latest dance moves. So, the stock market? It's been doing this cool comeback shuffle. The NASDAQ index? It popped up nearly 2%. Pretty slick, right? And the S&P 500? It jumped a whopping 12.6%, while the Dow Jones strutted up by 1.18%. Now let's talk oil and gold. Oil contracts dipped to 77.99, which might sound like a bummer, but it's actually a good groove for keeping inflation in check. Gold, on the other hand, stayed steady, not really joining the party, just chilling at 23.10. But the real party animals? Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was eyeing that $64,000 mark, got super close at 63.6K, and then took a small step forward to nearly 64K. Ethereum wasn't far behind, boosting up by 2.8%. And the total crypto market cap? It ballooned by 4.4% to a massive $2.4 trillion. And the altcoins? They were the life of the party. WF coin soared by 21%, Dogecoin wagged up by 13.9%, and Floki? It nearly burst with a close to 18% rise. So, in a nutshell, the financial market was mostly painting the town green, with a few exceptions. And those altcoins? They were outshining Bitcoin like disco balls at a rave. What a day, huh? All right, now let's break down the job scene in the U.S. So, the unemployment rate? It's taken a bit of a hike up to 3.9%, which is just a tad over the guesswork figure of 3.8%. Not exactly the news we were hoping for, right? Now, about the jobs added in April, there were 175,000 new gigs. But that's not hitting the mark we expected. It's like aiming for a high five and getting a fist bump instead. Diving into the sectors, the leisure and hospitality crowd, which used to be the big boss in hiring, is now taking a back seat. Guess what's leading the pack now? Healthcare and social assistance. They're the new MVPs, scooping up most of the job opportunities. The financial services sector? It's like it's on a slow jog, adding just 6,000 jobs. Manufacturing? It's in the same boat, with an 8,000 job boost. But here's the kicker. The information sector dropped the ball and lost 8,000 positions. And the pros in business services? They're feeling the pinch too, with 4,000 fewer folks on the payroll. So, if we're keeping it real, the job market's got some highs and lows. Healthcare's on a roll, but other sectors are kind of stumbling. It's like a game of musical chairs, and not everyone's finding a spot when the music stops. Before we dive into today's next market-breaking news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to fuel us up for even hotter content than ever. Let's put a spin on the U.S. economy chat. GDP's growth is more of a tiptoe at 1.6%. Not the leap we saw at 3.2% last quarter. Unemployment's edged up to 3.9%, just over the 3.8% forecast. But here's the kicker. The market's still partying in green. Why? Because it's betting on the Fed to cut interest rates, with a 53% chance of a cut in September. Jerome Powell, the Fed's chief, is playing it cool, hinting he's ready to trim rates if inflation chills out. So, despite some job market blues, the market's got its groove back, thinking rate cuts are on the horizon. It's all about reading between the lines of Powell's latest chat, no rate hikes, just waiting for the perfect moment to make that rate cut move. And that's the buzz that's got the market humming. So, Bitcoin's been on a roller coaster, but today it's riding high with an 86.2% profit. Not too shabby, right? But hold up, there's a twist in the tale. Someone just had a major oops moment and lost a mind-blowing 1155 wrapped BTC, that's a cool $71 million, because they weren't careful. Ouch. Here's the lowdown on the scam. Some clever con artists sent a tiny bit of Ethereum, like 0.05 ETH, to a fresh wallet address as a test. This wallet started with 0xD9 and ended with 3A91. Then, bam! A fake transaction pops up, and these scammers set up a doppelganger wallet address that looked almost identical to the real deal. The victim, thinking they're on the right track, sends the big bucks, all 1155 BTC, to this fake address. And just like that, $71 million vanishes into thin air. It's a classic case of look-alike leads to heartache. So what's the takeaway? Double check, triple check, and then check again before you hit that confirm button on any crypto transaction. Because once your coin's gone, it's gone for good, and there's no fairy godmother to wave a magic wand and bring it back. And if you're feeling a bit down on your luck today, just remember, someone out there had a way worse day, losing $71 million in a split second of carelessness. Stay sharp, my friends, and keep your crypto safe. Now let's talk about the recent buzz in the Bitcoin spot ETF scene in the US. It's like the market just woke up on the right side of the bed after a week-long slump. Picture this. For 7 straight days, it was all red with cash flowing out. But today, it's a whole different story. We've got green numbers, and it's not just a trickle, it's a flood. So BlackRock, yeah, the big guys on Wall Street, decided to throw in a cool $13 million into the mix. That's no chump change, right? And when you add that to the rest of the cash pouring in, we're talking a whopping $378 million in positive flow today. It's like everyone suddenly decided to buy in, even the folks at Race Scale who've been offloading day after day. Guess what? They flipped the script and bought $63 million worth of shares. Talk about a plot twist. The thing is, the longer you hang around this market, the less it seems to make sense. But hey, that's the charm of it. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it throws you a curveball. Keeps things interesting, don't you think? It's a wild ride, but that's what keeps us coming back for more. So, Fidelity just dropped some news that's pretty much in line with what we heard from BlackRock yesterday. They're spotting a trend where pension funds are getting curious about Bitcoin and other cryptos. It's like everyone's grandma and grandpa are suddenly asking about digital coins at the dinner table. Now, even though we've seen a few days where the cash flow was looking a bit blue, it hasn't really shaken up the overall vibe since Bitcoin spot ETFs entered the scene. These ETFs are like a new door that's swung open, inviting fresh cash to come and play. And let me tell you, it's a game changer for the market. And here's the kicker. Bitcoin spot ETFs are like those magnifying glasses you used to burn leaves with as a kid. When there's good news and money flowing in, the impact is huge, way bigger than before. But when the tide turns and it's not looking so hot, the outflow is just as intense. We've already seen the first act of this drama unfold, with some pretty wild swings. So what's the takeaway from all this? Well, it's like the market's got its own rhythm, and just when you think you've got the beat, it switches up the tempo. It's this unpredictability that makes the whole thing so darn exciting. It's a roller coaster. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? Keeps us on our toes and always ready for the next surprise. And that, my friend, is the charm of the crypto world.
Alright, that's hottest news today. If you guys did find this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe our channel for more free content. Thanks for watching. Peace out.